Alright, this is another quick little video showing the animated screen player. This is one of those MP4 video, audio, music, picture player. This particular one is, I think, overall the best of the ones I've looked at. Only because there are some that the switches are connected by a ribbon cable. Even though that's a good thing, it's not a touch screen. The touch screen seemed to not work well. This is good in that the buttons can be, you can attach wires to those, and this also can be folded so that it could be put into something that is a bit thinner. Or maybe not as wide. Thinness will be a bit of an issue because you have the one board here and the screen on top. It will work, but it would probably take a little more effort than this one. I kind of like this one because it has actual mechanical buttons soldered here. We have our power button, we have our mode, and we have our forward and back. There's a this is the recharging port here. This is the USB recharging port. Here is the SD card. This is the TEF micro SD card. We have a little microphone there for recording your own voice or sounds, and we have a output. This is a audio jack output, so maybe your prop can play music. You can plug a set of headphones in there and your prop can actually play radio. And also we have a reset, which is right here. This is, in some case, if the video locks up, it's a reset button there. We've got a rechargeable battery located here. It's pretty thin, even with the battery sitting there, even though it can be removed from here and the wires can be extended and placed in another location. You still have to have access to the plug-in here, the USB micro, or this is a mini USB, because you still need to charge the battery. I'm going to go ahead and power it up here. I'm going to press the power on button. It'll come in and it'll power up. And currently it's kind of bright as far as the camera goes, so you really can't see it so well, but in my perspective it's you can see it. I don't know if I can yeah, there's not much I can do. I'll move it a little closer. Let me change the mode or the selection here. Okay, this is the music one. Since there's no music on there, it shows empty. I'm going to move it forward. There's our video, there's our record, and radio. Let me go ahead and place that on there like that. Okay, so right now we're set up on the radio. Let's plug that in here. I'm going to unplug the audio jack here, plug it in here, and you should hear music. Okay. Alright, I'm going to move it to the next station. Let me hit here. Okay, that's commercials. Anyway, there's only 2 channels currently set up, and you can change your volume. You can save the channels that record. Anyway, these are all the setups. So let me go back. There's your volume change, and let me go back to video. Okay, there's our radio. Pictures. You can play photos. You can set your settings, your text. Okay, here's back to video. We're going to go ahead and select that one here, and it's waiting. Okay, so there's our video information. It shows the time that it's at. It shows the battery strength there, and we have the SD cards loaded. Anyway, there's all kinds of information explaining what the video is and where it is in relation to its current position. I'm going to go ahead and play it here. Okay, I'm going to advance it to the next one. You can hear the sound. Okay, I'm going to go to the next one. And it will automatically change, or you can actually change it by hand, manually. The quality, again, as I've said, isn't sharp. It's not HD high def, but it does give the impression of motion and activation, so that's kind of cool. This one actually has sound, but it's about halfway into the video, so I'm going to go into the next one here. Okay. Now, again, you can connect a speaker or an audio amp to the output so that your prop can actually play sound, and that could be tied in right here where the soldering connections are. But I wanted to show you a little bit here of how good this would work in your situation. So I'm going to tilt it up and I'm going to move it over here. Now currently I have a picture set up on my computer screen, and this literally can be placed right here in the screen location, and the battery could be moved to maybe just below that, right where my thumb is there. So it does have, you know, the battery can be placed down in here or anything here. The buttons, the mechanical buttons, can be maybe placed in the upper portion up in here, and maybe have this connected with a magnet or something. You can actually leave the buttons as they are and make changes that way, or you can have the buttons attached to those switches, soldered, and then extended by wire and placed on the back side of that. I mean, there's things you could probably do to make it work, but I think that would work great. I see that you have a hollow. Once this piece and this piece are placed together, you have an indentation or a hollow area where this could possibly be set. Anyway, this is just an example and a quick little video that might help you move your prop forward